guys, how are we doing? Very well. In today's video I'm going to be talking about reference photos. Again, I did a video like this a few weeks ago and you guys really loved it, and a few of you asked for another video on this. And what the video is looking at people's reference photos and then how their tattoo turned out. I asked in my Facebook group if anyone was willing to volunteer their reference photos and how their tattoos turned out, and I got a lot of submissions. And yeah, I thought we'd revisit it because it is very interesting to see how an artist can take a reference photo and then make it into a tattoo that you love and adore. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. Okay, the first one I'm going to talk about is from Izzy. I think that's how you say your name, Izzy. So her reference photo is her sending a sketch to her tattoo artist, as we can see on the left there. So she kind of said where she wanted it, and then she took a Shutterstock photo or something, some picture from the internet as her reference photo, and then this is how her tattoo turned out. It is absolutely freaking amazing. It really suits her arm, like it's quite complementary to her arm, the way it's like positioned, like it's fitting very nicely with her original tattoos, which were the paw prints. As you can see, it's completely different to the reference photo. The line work is a lot more bolder. It's not as sketchy as the reference photo. The line work in this is amazing. I really like it. And honestly, it has turned out so nicely. The next one I want to talk about is from Angelique. And she said, here's my reference tattoo of a childhood video game of mine called Animal Crossing. I didn't know how to use a reference at first, and I really love this tattoo of the house of your character. So I decided, hey, why not put my house and my town theme in the heart? So here's the original idea, and then this is how her tattoo turned out here. So she's basically got her Animal Crossing house in a little heart there. So she took inspiration from a drawing that she may have seen online or whatever, and yeah, and then she got her Animal Crossing house in her heart tattoo. I love that idea so much. It's different. It's the same kind of idea as the inspiration, but it looks completely different because it's a different house, and you know, there's a different color palette there as well. I love that. That's so cool. The next one I want to talk about is from Lauren, and she said, these are my references that I showed my tattoo artist. So as we can see, we have a collage of 3 different Medusa tattoos in the sort of traditional neo-traditional style, very vibrant. I love the eyes in these. They're really cool. They're quite demonic and evil. I love that. And then if we look at her tattoo, it is very different to all of these, but it still has the same kind of elements. So you have obviously the snakes and these sort of like evil looking eyes. I love that. We've got like a little crown situation going on there, and I really love the touch of the hand on top of her head, so it looks like her head is completely like decapitated and someone's holding it. I love that so much. We've also got wings in the hair as well. It's just completely different to the other ones. Like, this is a good way of showing an artist like what you kind of want, and then they'll look at that and think, okay, so within my style I'm going to make it look like this, and it turns out completely different. I love that so much. Okay, the next one I want to talk about is from Lucy, and she has sent over 2 reference photos. So we've got 2 reference photos here that are burning houses or a burning church in a black work style with like line work and stuff like that. And then this is how her tattoo turned out. Again, it is completely different from the reference photos, which is so cool. A burning house or a burning church is quite a traditional tattoo. So you'll see them in like colour or in black work, and yeah, it's really cool how it looks different from the reference photos, and it's also a very nice tattoo. Okay, the next one I want to talk about is from Elsina, I hope I'm saying your name right. She said, here's my tattoo. It was a cover up. So I sent her reference images of a peony, and she picked the colours that would cover up the black tattoo underneath. So the darker sections of the larger flower are a cover up. She specialises in flowers and does lots of cover ups, so I knew I was in good hands. So after giving her the reference, I gave her full control of the design. So if we quickly have a look at the original tattoo, so the tattoo that she has got covered up. So we've got what she said, a sad lotus flower that I got covered. And then if we have a look at the reference photos she sent over, so they're quite artistic-y paintings or drawings of flowers. And then if we take a look at her tattoo, first of all, we cannot see the original tattoo underneath that, which is very cool. And the flower looks completely different to her reference photos. Like the artist has been like, okay, I see what you mean. I'm just going to draw it like this, do the colours that will suit the tattoo and will cover up the original tattoo underneath. And the artist has done such a good job. This is such a stunning tattoo. I'm a big fan of this. The next one I want to talk about is from Robin, and she said, I drew my own reference for this one based on a necklace I own. So if you look at a reference photo, it's so cute. I kind of hope she kept that. That is adorable. But she put a drawing on some sort of like, is it like grease-proof paper or something? It's like a see-through paper of this octopus, and it's like rainbow coloured. It's so cute and cool. And then if we take a look at the tattoo that she got, it is similar. The colours are a little bit different. They're a lot more bolder and vibrant. The artist has changed it just a little bit to give it a bit more proportion. I love that. This is such a cool tattoo. Okay, the next one is, I don't want to be harsh, but it's a glow up. It's an absolute glow up. So this is from Emma, and she said, I drew my own reference photo and this is how it ended up. So let's take a look at that. So, I mean, I've seen like what the tattoo looks like, so I can quickly describe to you what is going on here. So the brown bit is a wolf, and then the outside around it is like this green flowery area. So yeah, her reference photo is like a very, very rough drawing of what her actual tattoo looks like. Like, her artist has taken this and done some serious work. So if we take a look at her tattoo now, it is this beautiful realism artsy wolf tattoo with like nature stuff around it, like mushrooms and leaves and stuff. Like, if we compare like the reference photo to how the tattoo turned out, I mean, can we just, that is amazing how an artist is like, right, like I kind of see what you're saying here, and then they turn it into this. Amazing. The next one I want to talk about is from Laura, and she said, my tattoo is of a photo I took on holiday and my artist made it look way better than the photo. So if we take a look here at her photo that she sent to her tattoo artist, it is of the Brooklyn Bridge, or a bridge in Brooklyn. I don't know. But yeah, if we take a look at that, and then if we look at what her tattoo turned out to be, it's amazing. It looks so freaking cool how an artist has taken that photo and turned it into traditional style and then added other elements to the tattoo to complete it. So it's a Polaroid picture, and then we've got roses there and some leaves, and it really just finishes off the whole tattoo, having those little elements like the leaves and the rose. And that's such a good idea as well, to take a photo that you really like and then turn it into a tattoo, and then, you know, get an artist to fiddle around with it a little bit and make it into a tattoo. So the next one I want to talk about is from Georgia. So if we take a look at her reference photo, it looks like a sketch of maybe another tattoo or whatever. And then if we take a look at her actual tattoo, it's completely different. But can we just look at the little creature? Can we just look at that little creature? It is so freaking cute and round, and the little face and the ears. It's so cute. I absolutely love this tattoo. It's definitely taken some elements from the reference because it's kind of like on a branch and you got some leaves, but the leaves are completely different. The flowers are completely different. The creature is completely different. So this is a very cool transformation. It really does look different, but I guess you got all the elements there. Okay, the next one I want to talk about is from Skylar. She said, I don't know if this is considered a reference, but this is the draft I sent my artist. So if we take a look at her reference photo, it's probably done on Snapchat or something like that, but she's taken a picture of her arm, and then the drawing is of like a teacup and like the steam. But then if we look at how her tattoo turned out, I mean, it looks completely different. It's not white squiggly lines. I love that. But yeah, if we take a look at her tattoo, you can see where her vision has taken place, and you can see the coffee cup, and there's some little coffee beans down there, and the coffee's all splashing everywhere. I love that. This is such a cool, unique tattoo, and it's just blows my mind how an artist can take someone's squiggly line drawing and then turn it into a really nice tattoo. The next one is from Lana, And she said, well, you already have over 500 comments to get through, so I doubt you need any more. But here's the reference I sent for my duck tattoo. I basically just said I wanted a duck on a pond. So yeah, as you can see from the reference photo, this is sort of a very realistic but quite artsy at the same time. I wouldn't put it strictly in realism because it is quite wishy-washy, like a painting. But yeah, if we compare it to how her tattoo turned out, it's a completely different style. Like very, very different. This is more on the traditional side of things. It's so cool how you can take a different style of tattoo, so like with this realism one, and then turn it into a traditional one, and it looks completely different, but you can see where the artist has taken inspiration here. Okay, the next one I want to talk about, I feel quite honoured, honestly. This is from Kenzie, and she said, my references, and then she said, yes, that's Lauren. So she used my alien tattoo as a reference, which is completely fine. If you want to use some of my tattoos for reference, that's fine, as long as it's not a direct copy. There is no issues. And the way her tattoo turned out is not a copy, nowhere near. But yeah, she used my alien tattoo as a reference, and then she also used another alien tattoo that she found on Pinterest as a reference. If we take a look at how Kenzie's tattoo turned out, we can see that it is different to the two reference photos. She has a different script there. Her reference photo said ride or die, but her tattoo says stay weird. She's got a few planets here and there, and obviously the alien is green like the reference photos, but most people associate aliens with the colour green, so that's completely cool. And her alien is also throwing up a little peace sign, which is adorable. I think her tattoo is so cute, and maybe I'm biased because I'm part of the alien tattoo club, but I'm a big fan of this. The next one I want to talk about is from Robert, and he sent over this reference. It is a black work knife tattoo. Very nice. I like it. And then this is how his tattoo turned out. So we've got the same kind of knife, but it is in a different kind of style, because with the reference photo it's a lot darker. With his tattoo it's not as dark, and then with his tattoo he has a banner around it with a quote from something, I don't know what it is, or a saying that says never alone, never apart. I absolutely love that, and this has turned out very nice as well. So he's taken some inspiration from another tattoo, but he's made it his own by putting that banner around it, and it's made it a completely different and unique tattoo to him. The next one I want to talk about is from Kelly, and she said, my doodles on top and other people's work on the bottom. I was pretty unsure of the details, but I knew I wanted a planchette. I hope I'm saying that right. I never know how to say that. Planchette. So yeah, her reference photos, she has other people's artwork and tattoos on the bottom, and then she's done her own little drawings of her, getting inspiration from those, and then her idea. And then if we take a look at her tattoo, I love it. It's so cool. It's very nicely saturated. And she said, my tattoo, I love it so much. He took my references and gave me what I wanted without remotely copying someone else's work, which I love. You can definitely see her tattoo is different from her reference photos, and the artist has kind of took inspiration from her drawings. And yeah, her tattoo is completely unique. It's really nice. I really, really like this. Okay, the next one I want to talk about is from Alexandra, and she said, this is my reference photo. I wanted my dog's paw with some sort of ornate end cap. The reference drawing was really just to describe better what I was talking about. I told him what style he does, that I wanted it in, but outside of that I gave him creative freedom. So this is so cute. So if we look at her reference photos, we can see that her little doggy paw, which is so cute. I love that. And then her reference photo is what she wanted, but gave the artist creative freedom. So then if we take a look at how her tattoo turned out, it's so cute, and it's very identical to the doggy paw. I love that. Like, the artist has really captured how a dog's paw is. But if we look at the drawing of someone else's drawing or whatever, and then look at the tattoo, it is a very, very different. With her tattoo we've got some leaves and berries, and then with the reference photo we've got like a spiky ball and chain situation. So it's turned out completely different, and I love that. It's so cute. Okay, so that will be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I've used good examples to show you guys how you can take a reference photo and then turn it into your own unique tattoo. It is honestly so cool to look at, and yeah, I hope you guys are all doing very, very well, and until my next video, bye.